What's going down, everybody? It's JD with Hawk Hater TV, bringing you my Week 7 preview featuring your San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Redskins. My apologies for the late upload, guys, but hey, better late than never. I'm here. Let's talk about it. Now, this week, the 49ers are taking on a Washington Redskins team that, in my opinion, they should beat. All season long, every single time the San Francisco 49ers have taken on an opponent that they're better than and that they should beat, they've taken care of business, and I expect nothing less from the 49ers this week in a similar kind of matchup. But before I get into JD's 3 keys to victory for this week's game, first I want to congratulate Tom on winning last week's Faithful Fridays contest giveaway. He was just 1 yard off on Jimmy Garoppolo's passing yardage total against the Rams last week, so congratulations, Tom. And for those of you that want to win a Faithful Fridays giveaway, you have another chance this week. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I guess this week you can call it a Faithful Game Days giveaway because of the late upload. My apologies, but stay tuned on how you can win this week's prize. So without further ado, let's get into JD's 3 keys on how we can beat these Washington Redskins and improve to 6-0. Number 1, the forecast is calling for rain in this game through the second half. It's going to be a wet one. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be one of those grimy, grinded out kind of games, which in my opinion favors the San Francisco 49ers considerably. This defensive line that the San Francisco 49ers possess should be able to eat in this ball game because, let's face it, in conditions like that, in pass protection, the advantage always goes to the defensive line. Now, as far as rushing the ball, Adrian Peterson's going to be their guy this week. He's going to be tasked the challenge to run up against this 49ers defensive front, and I don't care what running back it is, you're not getting much against this 49ers defense this year. So if the 49ers stop the run, because it's going to be a wet game, it's going to be a lot of running the ball, if the Niners stop the run in this game, it shouldn't give us any problems. And when they do drop back to pass with Case Keenum or Dwayne Haskins or the crippled Alex Smith or Joe Theismann or RG3 or whatever bum-ass quarterback they're going to throw back there this week, the 49ers defensive line is going to get after it and get after it hard. The weather shouldn't be an issue for the San Francisco 49ers because on the offensive side of the ball, it plays to the Niners' strengths of running the ball themselves. This week, I think it's going to be a big Tevin Coleman week. Matt Breida is a guy who is solely predicated just on his speed and cutting and agility and his raw athletic ability, whereas Tevin Coleman, he does possess those traits, but I think this kind of game might be more in the favor of a Tevin Coleman kind of back in comparison to a Matt Breida. I think Tevin Coleman's going to have a big one in this one. I think he's going to get the lion's share of the carries, and I think the 49ers run game is going to keep doing what they've been doing all season long and dominate. Number 2, aside from Adrian Peterson, the only other offensive weapon that you have to worry about with the Washington Redskins is wide receiver Terry McLaurin. He's a rookie, but he's already shown the ability to be a deep threat, stretch the field, and he's already one hell of a route runner as a rookie. But let's face it, outside of McLaurin, the Redskins don't really have anybody else. So as long as the 49ers secondary keeps their eyes on the youngster, they should be able to get the job done while that defensive front gets after the quarterback. As far as I'm concerned, the Redskins offense does not scare me in this one. And number 3, we all know what this game means to head coach Kyle Shanahan. Earlier in the week, reporters asked Kyle Shanahan, what was your favorite part about being on the staff with your dad, Mike Shanahan, during his days with the Washington Redskins? And Kyle's response was, well, my favorite part was coaching with my dad. They said, what was the worst part? Kyle Shanahan said, everything else. Quite simply, his time there in Washington was very dysfunctional, as has been most of the time there for any other coach during their tenure with the Washington Redskins. They're filled with drama, they're filled with dysfunction, and Daniel Snyder just can't keep his hands out of the cookie jar. So this game is going to be huge for Kyle Shanahan as a revenge game. He might not really say it, but he's already kind of said enough. This game is big for Kyle Shanahan. I expect him to kind of go in there and put it on the Redskins a little bit. I think he might try and rub it in Daniel Snyder's face. I could see a couple trick plays in this game, if I'm being honest. I think Kyle Shanahan's going to go in there and want to make the Washington Redskins look stupid. And I think these San Francisco 49ers players who really, really adore Kyle Shanahan are going to want to do it for him. So Kyle Shanahan is my 3rd key to victory in this one because I think Kyle Shanahan's going to go into this game looking to just take it to the Redskins, man. Put it simple. So there you have it, guys. There are my 3 keys to victory for the 49ers in this game. Now, to get to what everyone's been waiting for, this week's Faithful Fridays, or in this case, Faithful Game Days giveaway, here's what you can win. Now, the first of the 2 prizes is going to be a Tom Rathman rally towel and also a commemorative souvenir 49ers cup directly from Levi's Stadium. All you have to do down in the comment section below is tell me how many receiving yards for Dante Pettis in this game. Whoever gets it the closest will win this week's giveaway. And if there's a multiple people that guess the same thing, whoever gets it first wins the prize. So good luck to everybody. Let's go Niners. Let's get to 6-0 and let's beat these Washington Redskins.